Flyover, back in here, a new video. I feel bad you had to witness the whole collapse of the phone, but I was spinning some shit, so that video's gonna be like a minute long. And yeah, you really gotta realize, right, that the more and more you choose to not actually find solace in self, is the more you will be searching outwards. And when I say that, it sounds like it's like not as bad as you think it is, but it's the truth. Like, you have to truly become, not, well, in a way, unfuckwittable, but also you have to also understand how truly powerful you as a human being truly is. Yeah, you know, the whole idea that the people say, yeah, you know, we're like a speck of dust floating on something inside space and all this kind of shit like that. Like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but you gotta realize that within this day and age, people are getting rich on the internet. You ain't gotta leave your house. You just gotta figure out exactly what you want to do, hone in on it, and then start going attacking it. You know what I'm saying? It's this life that we choose to live, whether it is in pure bliss or whether it is in hell. It's all made. It's all constructed. It's something that you yourself have chosen to live in. You know, a lot of times people try to blame everybody else for the situation that they're in. But if you could look at someone's decision that they have made carefully crafted and over the course of 10, 20 years, like what they have done and what they have chosen not to do, like it's not hard to realize where somebody is, where they want to be. And it just goes to show that, you know, like if you choose to not invest, if you choose to not get any assets, it's a choice that you have made consciously. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you need to work extra hours to do this or to do that, and you don't do it, and then you want to get upset at the outside world because you chose not to do something that will benefit your life, it's on you. This is why I feel like it's so strange to think that, you know, like somebody can young and feel like, yeah, you know, what's the point of me doing this in life and doing this and that and doing that in life, you know, all the different things. So it just goes without saying that, you know, in this day and age, the faster you choose to start to pull yourself out of whatever rut you're in and whatever you feel as though you can't reach, and you feel as though you don't know what else to do next, like it's up to you. Nobody's gonna come and save you and tell you, oh yeah, you know, you should do that because you're so good at this. You know, you should do that because you're so good at that. You know, nobody's gonna come in and swoop down and try to save your life. That's what I feel is so intriguing about this time. People want to claim that they're so free, but yet they still choose to cling to a government that don't give a fuck about them. That's why I think it's so wild, because like we truly are living in the end of days where it can be clear as day how much they don't fuck with you, but people still want to believe that for some reason that they fuck with you to the highest extent. And it's so wild. People tend to forget, right, that over the course of 2020 to 2022, they literally made the price of everything go through the roof. And what to me is more wild is that people just kind of sat there and paid these crazy prices for eggs, toilet paper, tissue, like anything you think about, you can name it, they pay crazy price for it. And it's all because they could not live without. Like, imagine living in a world where you see everything getting more expensive, and instead of you, like, you know, cutting back, band down the hatches, crossing your eyes, dotting your, no, crossing your T's, dotting your eyes, my bad. Instead of doing that, people have just chosen to live a fake baller life on one source of income, have no true bread, have no true ownership, and just live in a bubble. Live in a bubble that's constructed by the ones that, you know, the higher ups or whatever. And they just allow their life to just become shit. Like every single day, just more and more shit. Like, how can you guys, I don't want to say how can you guys, but how can you be okay knowing that there's so much out there, but you have nothing? How can you be okay with knowing that, you know, you have so much potential and wasting your potential and squandering it because you choose to fall in love, because you choose to do this, you choose to do that, and you know what needs to get done, but you still have chosen to not do it. Like, you know, your will to do more bullshit is what has pretty much allowed you to live a fake bullshit life. Life is made to be lived. The thrills of life should be the investments. The thrills of life should be what you remember, and how you know you'll be remembered, what you stood by, what you stand for as a man, what your values are, what your core values are. You know, all this stuff is what is truly about. And a lot of times now in this day and age, there's no more integrity. People move in such a lackluster spirit that, like, why the fuck would somebody want to hire you? That's what I think it's so wild, that somebody can have a job, see where the world is going, and still, like, you know, not value the job enough to put away a little 20% of your check, or 30% of your check each week to create a nest egg. Like, it really be wild. Y'all have no problem paying this exorbitant, is it exorbitant? I don't fucking know. What to say? This extraordinary, diabolical, wild, high price to live inside a box. Then on top of that, to live inside a box, you pay that, right? Then you have a car that has a payment. Boom. Then you have Disney Plus, which is a payment. Boom. Then you go to the stores, which is another payment. Boom. Then you have a Klarna card, which is a payment. Boom. Then you have Afterpay, which is another payment. Boom. So instead of you stacking any type of assets, you have literally chosen to stack all types of bullshit for you to have nothing, to own nothing. And you're okay with this because it seems like you are what? Nothing. That's the message, guys. I love y'all. What you water will grow, what you cast will last. Also, key takeaways. Choose to do something. At least anything. Something. Like, you know, find some kind of craft that, you know, you realize that you're better at than everybody else. And, you know, just go at it. Just become gung-ho about your life, and it will all work out in your favor. Because if you don't, I don't fucking know what to tell you guys. Like, people be looking to me as though, like, I have all the answers. Bro, I'm just living my life like everybody else, but I'm choosing to remove the veil. I'm choosing to stay focused on what I need to get done. Stay focused on what I know I need to attract. Like, all these different things do be in my head, and this is why I move a certain way. I love y'all. Stay strong.